Howdy, hey folks, this is Jesse from Team SodaKan, and today, it's obviously a match, let's be real. We have Lucian playing a yellow deck. What did he... Kentaurosmon is what he wanted it to be called. Although Yellow Royal Knights is what it could also be called. This is just a version without RagnaLoardmon. In the next few videos, you will see this deck again with RagnaLoardmon. And Alex is playing RagnaLoardmon. So if things look like they're happening really fast, it's because I sped up the video. Because otherwise you were getting an over 30-minute video, and let's be real, no one wants to watch that as badly. So we see a Blinding Ray, trashing on Blinding Ray. Lucian is at 3. And just honestly a very dumb move of playing the TK and Kyrie after the Blinding Ray. I guess Lucian just forgot that Alex had the tie out there, and it is a memory setter. It do be a memory setter. He sets up the TK for his memory setter and grabs the BT6 Pulsemon out of there. We see, is that a Bryluda? Yep. Here comes the RagnaLoardmon, using its effect, going to gain 3 memory, playing the Duranda under there. So this is a RagnaLoardmon that, obviously RagnaLoardmon just has security attack +1 and reboot. And it now has piercing and blocker. So swinging for 2 checks. I believe it was a Kudamon, and not quite sure what else got taken out. I did not notice. But now Alex has I believe 16k blocker on his board because he has the Digimon under there. This is a card that Alex kind of just ended up falling in love with out of BT6. He is a Black Royal Knights fan. So it makes sense since it is a +2k during the opponent's turn. For Lucian, we see the Dynasmon come out, and he's grabbing the Sistermons. And I think it was roughly at this point where I had to remind him, hey, Dynasmon skill to recover. And hey, there comes one of the Sistermons to get that extra draw. There's now, so many bodies on the board. Gonna swing with the RagnaLoardmon, Judgment in the Blade, gain hit out of security. So it is either going to play a Sistermon from hand or trash. He did not have any in trash, and then gets added to hand. It was a funny tech that he was trying out. I believe it's been cut at this point. And then, of course, Dynasmon recovering 1. Iron Fist Onslaught, as always. Just taking out that Dynasmon. And then TK and Kyrie are really solid, being able to just get you all the way up to like 9 memory, as what we just saw there, allowing Lucian to play the Magna Angemon, which obviously at this point, that's just another recovery. I believe, was that Spiral Masquerade or Wyvern's Breath? Looks like Spiral Masquerade. Point is, he was able to kill off the Ragna. Lucian felt like he was sitting tightly on the ropes majority of this game. Even I kind of disagree. He was just doing what yellow does. He is definitely got a big old swarm of a board going on. And we see another Dynasmon coming out using the skill. Oh, there goes a Kentaurosmon, which means that if he really wants to, and another Kentaurosmon going, more than likely going to trash. He is thinking about grabbing the Kentaurosmon though, but I believe he decides that that is not the best play. And he is going to grab CL, and I could not see what else. But that is besides the point. He is going to swing using the skill of the Angelomon, then using Kudamon skill on play, return the Kentaurosmon, and recovery +1. Cutiemon swing, Upamon draw, Pulsemon swing, Upamon draw, Pulsemon dead. Sistermon Blanc, another Blanc. Magna Angemon for game. We're going into game 2 here. Alex elected to go first. We're seeing just a typical start, evolving and passing with 2, which is fine. Cutiemon from Lucian, and then Wizardmon going to 0. And what is this? Oh, wowzers. It's a Angelomon. BT3 Angelomon, if I remember correctly. Again, Gigadramon from Alex, and then a tie and mat from him as well. I don't know if that's a play that I would have made necessarily, but that's besides the point. Lucian is going to go ahead and use the Pulsemon to gain a little bit of memory. Going to 3. And then Wizardmon. Don't know what he was exactly pointing out there. But he was pointing out something. Durandamon coming down. And just sign up a blocker. Lucian's going to gain 2 here because he has fewer security if he remembers. There we go. He remembered. It just took him a minute. It's not a deck that he has the opportunity to play with a lot. It's just unfortunate of a thing. Lucian loves the game, but doesn't get as many opportunities to play, which, with the amount of videos that he will be in, some might disagree with that, but hey. Okay, so we have a Dynasmon on board sitting at 2 memory, and a Wizardmon. Dynasmon going to swing, and going for the Kudamon, return the Kentaurosmon, and recover 1. And that's just, yeah, that's it. Metal Greymon out of security, Beetlemon, and then that is an Angelomon. Now that Agumon has security attack -2, I believe. Not that it truly matters. I do apologize for the glare as well. I myself am having some difficulty making out some of the cards. But we have a Kentaurosmon and a Greymon on Alex's board now. Pulsemon coming down, trashing 1, gaining 1. This Pulsemon is still pretty good, nowhere near as good as the promo one, of course. It's going to be hard to beat a Pulsemon like that for a while. But the way things look, it seems like it could be Lucian's game. But I honestly want to lean towards the idea of no, it's not. I'm not 100% of the outcome of this. But as we all saw, the Dynasmon, when it swung into security, it hit the, I believe, it's the Bryludra, or however you say it. So Dynasmon did unfortunately die in security. Lucian cannot really be doing too many swings here because of Kentaurosmon. So it might be going more into the favor of Alex here, who goes into the Bond of Bravery, even though it should be Bond of Courage. Let's all be real. Bond of Bravery is going to have some skills going on. He is going to pop the CL, trash the top, and then do its swing. Because for those effects to be going off, all you need is a tamer. And hey, look what he has. Look what Alex has, a tamer. I don't know if the Mat and Tie would be the tamer, or Tie and Mat, apologies. Tie and Mat would be the tamer that I'd go for in this situation, or for this deck. But Alex has also made some revisions to the deck, and you will see that later on in a video that is coming up. Instead of the Tie and Mat, I think I personally would have going for the Dynasmon skill, putting himself to 0. It's okay though, he'll recover 1 here in a minute. But instead of the Tie and Mat, I personally would have just chosen to go with the the Menoa, the white tamer that came out in BT6, the memory setter. Now, obviously, it's not going to be, gaining 2 memory and then have like no other effects going off. But this is a deck that doesn't run any omnis. Okay, yeah. Playing the Blinding Ray, Wyvern's Breathing, the Bond of Friendship. That is quite the turn. But Alex does take it by just having the Digimon on board. I told you, he loves this card. Lucian elects to go first for Game 3. Is this the first Game 3 that we've had on the channel? I don't believe so. No, it's not. I won't lie, it's the first Game 3 that we actually ended up recording, but hey, I'm getting around to editing this one a little late. I procrastinated it because we had about 40 minutes of footage, and that's why things are looking maybe a little sped up, maybe not that sped up. When you really think about it, we just move slowly, I guess, because gosh dilly dang. Lucian is just setting up a TK and Kyrie, which is, always a solid idea. We see the Greymon come down in the breeding area, and then the Metal Greymon. Hey, y'all remember the reboot, the deck profile with the little combo I talked about? It's not that great of a combo. It's just literally how the game works. We see a RagnaLoardmon being evolved and not just played. Lucian is already sitting at 3 security. And is that the red Reamer? It looks like it. What? Reinforcing memory boost. Revealing the 2 cards that he is going to be toying around with. Now, this you have to reveal the 2 cards, but you do not have to specify which one goes where. And good old Ragna coming down once again, hitting the board. And of course, putting a Durandamon under there. And just adjusting the playing field a little bit. Swinging the Ragna. This is going to be +2, actually, because of the Greymon. And then it has jamming. That is a big boy. I'll say that. Going to just throw the Zubamon into the security just to get a little bit of damage. The Machinemon's got a little issue. Everyone's just looking at, messing around with him. I figured that'd be a cute moment just to keep in the video. Blinding Ray. Alex just is maintaining game state there by remembering the reboot late. Kentaurosmon comes down. So the 2 boys on Alex's board has security attack -2, I believe. Or -5. I don't remember how much Kentauros minus the security attack by, but it doesn't matter. It basically just means that Alex is not able to swing for game the following turn. And then we see a RagnaLoardmon being knocked out by the Starmons because of Kentaurosmon getting deleted and then minusing the RagnaLoardmon. TK and Kyrie minusing RagnaLoardmon, so then it would have only been sitting at 2k. And then Starmons comes down -2k by having 2 things on board. It's neat. Starmons is a really good card. Who would have thought? But it's only nutty when the deck can just spam stuff out. That's why Rookie Rush is still a viable strategy for a lot of people. It's a cheap deck, and that's a very dead Starmon. And we see a CL, gain 1 memory, just wanting to have bodies on the board, I'm assuming. Swinging the Kudamon, just do that little bit of damage. And still 1 blocker on the board, but okay, that does change things. The reinforcing memory boost does change things. This is actually from before we officially had the starter deck, so we didn't have proper access to the memory boost cards. But I still think that even in this type of deck, the reinforcing memory boost was more what he wanted. It just let him live for a little bit longer. TK as the final card in security, which is, a bummer, but oh well, what can you do, right, folks? RagnaLoardmon is basically going to just secure him the game. Gotta remember to unsuspend your stuff during the unsuspend phase, folks. Don't forget that. That is a very important thing. Okay, the Blanc comes out, popping the red memory, not memory, reinforcing memory boost to gain 3 Magna Angemon, recovery 1. There's 1 block here, and another Mechanori just comes down because being just unable to swing for game at this point, because Mechanori cannot attack. Kentaurosmon, so everything gets -2 security attack, which means that if Alex swings on Lucian here this following turn, he doesn't actually get game because the security attack is taken into consideration with that, or at least that is what I've been told. If we are incorrect about that, because that's a weird little tidbit. Please do inform us. Here comes the Genkumon. Genkumon is going to end up deleting the Blancs and the Kudamon, which is unfortunate. It is just unfortunate. Hatch, evolve, draw, and Wizardmon. And then is that another? It is Spiral Masquerade, which is just enough for Genkumon there. And then Alex gets it. Thank you folks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.